G'day everyone, just a quick update video on how things are going at the moment. First thing, I'm going to be offline again for about a week starting tomorrow. I'm going back to South Australia to my grandpa's house where I did the videos on that washing machine. Little side note on that, it's gone into its new home, it's working fine now. My uncle ended up getting a new door lock switch for it since I had to basically bypass the old one in order to make it run, even though it did go with the door open, which is still kind of funny, but anyway. But I'm going to be taking the variac and maybe even the washer motor, depending on whether I can fit it in or not. Might be able to, depending on if my uncle's got any old rubbish lying around, I may be able to spin up a bit of old farm machinery with it and just see what blows up first, the motor or the machine. But anyway, I also got a current transformer for the amp meter. You remember this, it's been in several of my videos, but I've still got to do a bit more research on how to wire these up because I'm not 100% sure at the moment. But yeah, I also got that on Amazon as well. It's it was only $6. It's like one of the vintage type amp meters, but unfortunately is the case of you get what you pay for. It is a little bit crude, but anyway, it's yeah, that's all set up. One of those meters I'm going to have going with the ZVS, which is still working fine. Thank you to everybody who's given feedback on how to improve this thing. I know quite a lot of people suggested filtering the mains power, which is actually a really good idea. Or not the mains power, sorry, the rectified AC, since I'm using this garden light transformer, as you've known, and it's about the best power supply I've got at the moment because unfortunately this throws out too many amps and that puts out not enough, so I think garden light transformer is about as good as I can get with that. But anyway, I will be doing more videos on this, getting some proper filter caps and things on it to give a smoother arc, not as much loud buzzing noises as it was making. But anyway, that's working good. Yeah, I've got a rather fun toy to play with as well. This is a gen set made by PowerMac, made in Australia. It's 240 volts at 12.5 amps, 50 hertz, 3 kVA, so that's 3000 volt amps. Now, from what I've been told, I can actually run an arc welder off of this thing if I want at full speed. It's something special. You don't see many of these things around anymore. But the alternator's coupled to a Honda G65 6.8 horsepower side valve motor. But unfortunately I can't run it because it's got a stuck valve, which means basically pulling the fuel tank off and the head off and finding out what's going on with the valve. And I'm also going to have to replace the head gasket while I'm at it, because since this thing's so old, that gasket's just going to fall apart when I take the head off. But there's going to be tons more videos on this thing, don't worry guys. It's got a nice oil air cleaner, one of the originals. It's a lot of the Briggs and Strattons just had a like the paper element filter just stuffed over the carby sort of thing. But yeah, this thing's in remarkable condition actually. It's got to be worth over about $800 as a yeah, even with the alternator coupled to it, it's got to be worth quite a fair bit. The fuel tank's in really good condition as well inside. There's no rust deposits or anything. There's still got its enamel finish on it. It's there's even still fuel in it actually. I can smell the old it's got the old pink super. That's the old leaded fuel. Not supposed to have that these days, but oh well. Yeah, our water heater decided to take a dump on us. It started leaking out of that one. I don't know what's going on with it, but I think somebody at school suggested block all the holes up, have it half filled with water, and light the gas under it like what the Mythbusters did, and just see how high it goes up in the street. But the reason I'm not going to do an experiment like that is because it would send pieces of water heater flying all over the street and probably even through the walls of the houses. You make that much volume and compressed steam explode and you'll attract some rather undesired attention. It's not something I really want to be messing around with at the moment, considering the frenzy the bloody government's scaring us up into. But yeah, hope everybody's well. Stay tuned for more videos on this and the ZVS, and hope you all have a good break. Thanks for watching.